Hey, cheese bags. You might be thinking that this episode you're about to listen to sounds a little bit disjointed and cut up, and that's probably because it is. Yeah, we've gone ahead and removed about 20 minutes worth of content. You know, stuff that we figured doesn't really belong in a comedy podcast. So, yeah, anyway, on with the show. 1, 2, 3, clap.
It's on time for me.
I'll edit it out, doesn't matter. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, living off 90s sitcoms, that is Brogan Hastings.
And over in Australia, the walking disaster, Wayne Giovinazzi.
It's almost an understatement the more I think about it. It's just 100% true. Pepsi Max, I see. What I thought. Yeah. You see, I thought wasn't there talk about not having Pepsi Max as I sip my Pepsi Max pinkies up?
As you can see, that plan fell through.
Oh.
So, no, I'm still on the Pepsi Max.
That's right okay. Now. I'm not judging. Like Dr. Nick says, there's no such thing as bad food.
I'm uber depressed. I'm comforting myself with Pepsi Max.
There we go. See? Exactly. That's like what he said. It's like you shouldn't be denying yourself these. It's just like extra steps of like unhappiness or I don't know. I listened at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you had any little wins that you've tried to be like, you know what, Brogan, good job? Because no one else is going to say it to you.
No, I'm sorry, Nick. I haven't followed your advice yet, but I will.
That just makes me a little bit sad, honestly.
It's been a long week. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week, yet it's already fucking over, which is the most annoying part. Because it means like the weekend is also over, which means it's OG, yay, back to work tomorrow, huzzah.
I'm not too sad because I get paid on Wednesday, so that's good. And then after that, 2 weeks on, well, not after that, 2 weeks on Tuesday is when I'm in London and I get to go see Penn and Teller.
Oh, that's exciting.
Because they're already here.
Yeah, you messaged me saying I'm 99% certain that Teller is in London right now.
Yes.
Or the UK, something like that. And I was like, I don't know, because I didn't realize how close it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they start on the 1st.
Oh, wow.
Their first show is on the 1st.
Hang on, let me do some maths. First of all, I have to count knuckles, because you got January, February, March. What month are we in? April, May? We're in May.
Yep.
So it's the 28th.
1st of June.
Is it 28th for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 9:30 4 days. What? I'm confused. Didn't you say a couple of weeks until you... What?
Yeah, until... So their first show is in Wolverhampton. So they're going to Wolverhampton, Birmingham...
Got ya.
Somewhere else in London.
Because you're not going to... Who wants to go to Wolverhampton and all that? Psh, for sure.
I would, if I could.
I didn't say you wouldn't. I was just trying to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. Uncle Graham, why do you not still live in Wolverhampton? God damn it.
Yeah, good one, Uncle Graham. Fuck. Does Graham listen?
I don't know. We're talking about my art stuff. Mum listens, and it's Mum's brother, so...
Oh, yeah, and I assume your mum and her brother are on speaking terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So they're on Wolverhampton, 1st of June, Manchester, 4th to the 5th, Birmingham, 8th to 9th, and London, 13th to 18th. So,
I wonder if you could get tickets still if you wanted to, even if they were like resale.
To every show bar the London ones, as far as I'm aware.
At the no longer Hammersmith Apollo. What's it called now? Do you know what it's called?
Eventum.
Eventum. What is an eventum? It sounds like a scientific term. Not scientific, a science fiction term.
It's stupid because I didn't actually realise it was the Hammersmith Apollo until Penn started talking about it. And I was
really?
like, that's not where you're playing. It's the Eventum.
Well.
And then he said... Oh, yeah, and it's now changed name. And I was like, oh, right.
Have you ever been there before?
Sense. I haven't, no.
Oh. Are you going to go...
Have I been to...
Are you going to try and run out the back just for, Ziggy Stardust moment?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I don't think I mean, sitting here now, like, I don't think I would. But then if I was there, I probably would.
I mean... Definitely not on the first few nights. It would have to be a last night thing because... I'm a fuck getting banned from that place when I've got tickets to see.
I just mean out the back. Like, picture the Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album cover, right? Can you picture that in your mind? That is like out the back of the Hammersmith Apollo, isn't it? I could be wrong.
Maybe it is.
I'm looking it up now. Ziggy cover. I'm going to get terrible. You search Ziggy cover and you get barbecue covers, which are not Barbecue Zoo. Ziggy album cover. I could be wrong. I just know that it's like recorded there as well, like the thingy of it. I always just imagine that's what it was. I'm thinking I'm very wrong. All of London is the same to me, as far as I care. Maybe okay then. Let's forget the Bowie part. Do you like the Beatles?
I don't hate the Beatles. I mean, I'm very much I did go through a little bit of a Beatles phase, but it was mostly George Harrison.
Okay, you just like that Octopus's Garden, do you?
That's it.
Wait, was that
Ringo.
George? That was Ringo. Yeah, my bad.
I did love Ringo's stuff though.
I believe that all of my facts so far have been inaccurate.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
but no, I have George Harrison's book somewhere kicking about. The full album box set.
Yeah.
You know, everything, because it was around the time of my Python phase. And George Harrison and Eric Idle were like best friends.
Yeah. I tried to get into the Beatles and none of it appealed to me. I just couldn't do it.
Well,
Hang on a second. My Google is going to play the Beatles. Just, hey, Google, do not play any music. Okay. I don't think it's ever going to play music again. Cool.
You broke it.
Yep. It said, okay, I've noted this.
The thing with the Beatles is I found that I've got quite a few of their albums.
Hey Google, stop. It lied to me. It just started playing the Beatles.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think the older albums, like the earlier albums, are better.
Of the Beatles?
Yeah.
Do
like
you know
Rubber Soul.
How many albums have they got? No idea.
I couldn't tell you. It's hard. I mean, I could name a few. Like there's Rubber Soul, Hard Day's Night, Help. The Beatles films were really good, actually. Speaking of Hard Day's Night and Help,
because they were only like together recording for like a relatively short period of time. Yeah. Look, we don't know enough facts to be talking about this. I don't think.
I don't think so.
That hasn't stopped us.
It truly hasn't. I mean, but it feels like something that people would know. It feels like the kind of thing that you should know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
you know, there's
like someone like yourself from the UK should know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
But that's like saying I should know everything about
14.
AC/DC, but I don't know anything about AC/DC. So
Yeah. Okay.
14.
Studio albums. The studio album's 12 in the UK and 17 in the US. I don't know what that means.
Shit. And how many? Because I understand why. How many years were they active?
From like 1960 to 71, 70.
Like
70.
Like 10 years. That's like that's an effort to put out that many albums in 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, but I suppose at the same time, Paul and John had been writing songs for years.
Yeah.
Before, so they had like a good few albums worth before they started.
That's any musician really is writing out. It's not like you turn around one day and say, I'm going to be a musician. I'm going to write an album right now. And it's like, gee, that's done. Fuck, it's now the next year. I have to start writing another album. It's like, I imagine they.
But I mean, at the same time, you look, that's more than one album. That's multiple albums per year.
Reason being is because when they are writing songs, that you probably you create more than would fit on one album. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about music production to
no
to pass comment.
When has that stopped us before?
Well, exactly.
That's what this episode is all about.
But yeah, I liked the older stuff. Help, I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. So I know some Beatles songs, but I don't. I mean, I assume I know the lyrics, but I might not. If I heard a song and it was the Beatles, I would say I know that's the Beatles. Everyone knows that that's a Beatles song, I guess.
Yeah. Would you though? Because I'm thinking, you know, would you be able to tell the difference between the Beatles, the Monkees, and the Kinks?
Yes. The Beatles sound British, the Monkees sound American, and the Kinks sound like something I've never heard, as far as I'm aware.
The Kinks, as far as I know, are British.
Okay, I couldn't tell you a Kinks song, I don't think.
I can hear it in my head. That's the really annoying thing, is I know
cool,
the song I'm thinking of.
Does it go, hey, hey, we're the Kinks? Yeah. I believe that is their number one hit.
Gonna fucking annoy me. Yeah, no, the Kinks are English.
Okay.
Definitely.
What is their main hit according to the internets?
You Really Got Me.
Oh, Girl.
You really
got me going.
Yeah, that.
Oh, I don't know if it's Girl.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay, so I know of a Kinks song.
Yes.
Right. I chalk that down to a win.
We're not talking about anything we were going to talk about and have started talking about music.
We started on a 7-Eleven walk, and it's a very interesting one because it's something that we haven't had too many facts on. And the facts that I at least have had have not been true.
That's very true.
I don't know. Yeah, but we've got some. Yeah. Let's start with you. Hey, so you've been living vicariously through 90s sitcom classic The Nanny, starring Fran Drescher.
So after us talking about it, I mean, I was going to do this anyway, but since we've last spoken about this, I went back and watched the entire series of The Nanny from start to finish, every episode, bar the animated Christmas special, which I am in the process of getting, and I am currently 3 episodes from the end, but I know exactly what happens in those last 3 episodes.
Yeah. Now, when we brought this up just before in bonus content, and I referred to it, the animated special, as Oi to the World, you didn't even question as to why I knew that, but before that, you questioned how I remembered the dog Chester's name.
That's true. I mean, I suppose because I was like, I had forgotten that I needed to watch Oi to the World. So it was more like, oh yeah, I need to do that. But yeah, enlighten me. How do you know Oi to the World?
Because I was alive when The Nanny was airing. I was of age to be able to watch it. In 93, I was 7 or 8 years old. So,
and I was not.
I think. Hang on. 93, I would have been in grade 3, which means I would have been.
You're 7 years older than me.
Yeah, then I would have been.
Because it's the same age difference between Penn and Teller as you and me. But yeah, so I've watched it all from. It's such a good show. I mean, I have found that I love everybody on that. Charles Shaughnessy as Maxwell Sheffield. I mean, that man is a human puppy dog. Maxwell Sheffield has one single brain cell that he keeps in a display cabinet for Niles to dust.
I was going to say, no,
there is nothing going on behind those beautiful, beautiful eyes.
The single grey cell.
So pretty and so dumb.
The single grey cell is hidden underneath the little grey coif in his hair, and you can tell that's why that little grey patch is there, because that one brain cell is overworked and overheating. All
grey matter in his head is actually in his hair.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so pretty and so dumb. It's very cute. And you know what? I've seen pictures of because obviously I do my research. So I've seen pictures of research. So I've seen, videos and pictures of what Charles Shaughnessy looks now at 68, and that man has aged like a fine fucking wine.
He's only 68. I mean,
he's only 68.
Wow.
Yeah. He's the same age as Penn, which is very strange. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. I look at like cute puppy man in the 90s, the age appropriate version, the one that's 68. Oh, chef's kiss, gorgeous, stunning.
I tell you now, though, watching it as a kid, everyone in that show seemed old to me, right?
Yeah.
And then I learned within the last few years that Fran Drescher was like only 30. And
yeah, I think she was 36 when the show started.
And Mr. Sheffield would have been, if he's 67 now, 30 years ago, he would have been in his 30s as well. And then these people are so old. I was watching the latest Ted Lasso, which I haven't finished yet. Still got half an hour left in that episode. Yeah. But at one point, they're watching a movie. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
with the Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan movie. And like, it must be Sleepless in Seattle because they look too young. Because when I saw that movie, You've Got Mail, in the theater, I was like, oh, wow, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan are looking old now. It's like, fucking hell, Christ, shoot me in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like looking back, everybody in the Nanny was pretty young. I mean, Danny Davis was 45, 40, between 45 and 47. So he was the oldest of the cast. But even then, that's not old, you know?
I mean, he would argue, Niles would argue that Cece Babcock was the oldest. At least by looks alone.
I need to talk about Cece Babcock because holy shit. There are two women who I can never say I've had like some kind of female crush on. And that is Eve Best from our Shakespeare and House of the Dragon fame, and Lauren Lane as Cece Babcock because I fucking love her. I mean, holy shit.
Is it the character or the actress?
Both of them.
Okay.
They're both. She's a stunning looking woman. She's got the best voice. It's just, I'm on Niall's team.
Surely the attitude has to have something to do with it.
Not a single person on that show was straight. Everyone was at least bi. At least bi.
But surely Cece's attitude is what's going a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't even. Between that, it just, and Niles was so cute.
You say every character was good in that show. I disagree.
Yeah. Who do you disagree with?
We hate it. We never liked the eldest daughter. She was just annoying.
Maggie?
Yeah.
I don't hate her. She's okay. She's fine. She has her moments. But definitely, I don't think she was used a lot or to her potential.
Well,
she was mostly used for Max to be like, but you're my little girl. And she's like, I'm 17.
Well, I think maybe she was maybe through her career she would get a little bit typecast because she was also in Beethoven, the dog movie, yeah. And it's very annoying in that as well. And I remember specifically my older brother, I can't remember what was happening in the scene. She was crying or some reason. And John just goes, yeah, fucking hate you in the Nanny too. It was like, wow, that's okay.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
Maggie's the most forgettable character on that show. Brighton's great. Grace is great because she's just like she just took to being Jewish like a duck to water. Like holy shit.
I mean, it's typical comedic sitcom writing is where you make the youngest one basically the sassiest. Yeah.
The one that's going to a therapist. The one that
the one that
Yeah, and there's a scene in season 6 where it's got Max, Cece, and Grace are in a car. They end up being in a car crash. They're fine.
Aww.
But the car gets stuck, and Cece's in the back being a dick. It's like, oh, I'm stuck here, and it's cold, and we don't know if people are going to find us. And then this one turns around and tells me she's going to be sick, and then is sick on me.
I recall this.
and Grace turns around and is like, you know what, Miss Babcock? I think you're just missing Niles.
Yeah.
And she goes, I am not. It's very defensive. And then Max is like, oh, leave her alone. I think you're just mad because you've walked out on Fran on the first day of Hanukkah. And he's like, I am not. So I do love Grace. But yeah, so I'm love it. I can 100% see me going back and watching it again, all over again. Fast forwarded. Because there's so many good bits that don't make like the compilation bits.
Yeah.
That are just like, I don't know. And I've seen some people say that, Niles and Cece came out of nowhere. And I'm like, did you watch the fucking show?
Yeah.
Like, they were like foreshadowing that since season 2.
Yeah.
At least.
It was always, maybe not like planned and written, but it was always the idea behind the characters, for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I think the only reason it took to season 6 is because Niles was so focused on getting Fran and Max together. But the second that they were together, it was like, oh, maybe I should look at my own life.
As an aging butler working for pompous Englishmen, yes, I should start reconsidering my own hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and I do think it's funny that, when Max finds out that Niles has feelings for Cece, he's just like, oh, you should maybe do something about it. Niles does nothing about it. Fran says you should do something about it. He proposes to Cece within the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
0 to 100 with that man.
I remember walking somewhere in New York near Central Park, and a lot of those houses, like that is clearly what the houses are meant to be, like wherever they lived in the Nanny. It's got to be that fucking area, because that's what it looks like out the front. It's like, yep, I want to knock on the door and see if Niles answers. Oh,
my boy. I love Niles. I just love Niles. I love them all. Do you know what? And I found that, don't get me wrong, I can understand why Fran Drescher's voice is annoying as fuck, but I don't hate her.
It is a voice that she's doing, though. It's not her voice. It's
exactly. But it's very close to her voice. It's just ramped up, like, very slightly.
No, it is definitely it's a strong character choice. That's what it is.
I mean, I've been watching clips, as I do, looking for any Danny Davis clips or Charles Shaughnessy clips, and seeing bits of her talk show. And the voice, you're right, the voice is not the same, but it's very similar. Maybe it's slightly more nasally in The Nanny.
Yeah, but she also, at the time, had to play on that for some other endeavors. But you watch her in other roles, and it's not that at all.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, it's like when David Hayter, the voice of Snake from Metal Gear, is doing interviews. He always ramps up the Snake just a little bit. It's his job. It's what people know him for, so it's what he's going to do.
Yeah. Actually, having said, I do think it's hilarious that people thought that Charles Shaughnessy was doing a fake British accent and Danny Davis's accent was real, considering the amount of times. You look shocked. No,
I've got the names right. I knew that Charles is British. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But the other guy, Niles, is not. Okay, wow.
He's not.
Oh, that surprises me. Maybe
He's got a southern accent. He's got a southern accent.
Wow.
His parents live in Texas. His dad's a Texan. But if you listen to the series and you know that, you can hear when his accent breaks.
I must be. It all sounds very familiar, so maybe I did know. And just forgot.
But the amount of people that used to apparently write into the show and just be like, oh, Charles Shaughnessy needs to take a lesson out Danny Davis's book, the real Englishman. And I'm like,
oh, God.
Danny's not English. I love when his little southern accent breaks through. It's so cute.
We definitely have more Nanny talk, only based on your fucking artwork for the past 7 days is only Nanny related, basically.
Just about.
95% the Nanny. Yeah. We'll get back to that. Unless there's something more you want to talk about the Nanny right now.
I mean, I could probably talk about the Nanny for the next 3 hours, but just me crying over Niles and Cece and Charles Shaughnessy and yeah. Well, I'll leave that.
Speaking of crying, I do have some coffee talk to go into.
Oh.
I mean, I pushed the fucking button and it's just not playing. There it is.
This is because you told Google not to play the music.
This is not playing through Google. This is my Stream Deck. Push a button and it just... anyway. Coffee talk. And this is actual coffee. Because everything else I've got to talk about is no, it's not suitable for coffee talk. Because coffee talk is meant to be, a little bit lighthearted. So last week, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was on the way to work. I was like, I feel like a decent coffee. I don't just feel like a Macca's coffee. So I was looking up on my phone, different places, high rated, nearby, on the way to work that I could go and stop in at. And I went to this place. It's called Drop-Ins, Dripinz, whatever. And first thought is, you're just calling your coffee shop Droppings? Shit. Like, why would you call it that? Poopy?
Yeah.
Does my... Anyway.
Okay, Jamie.
Drop-ins is poopy. But yeah, I wasn't impressed with the coffee. It was a little cold for my liking. It wasn't warm enough, right? And I put it down to, all right, maybe it was quite busy. They were just pushing them through. I might give them another chance. And last week I did. I went in. They were empty. A couple of people, right? Ordered my coffee, had my first sip, and my first thought was, oh, wow, the temperature of this coffee, I could throw it in the face of a baby and the baby would be like, lovely lukewarm bathwater in my face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I mean, for starters, I don't know what that's saying about me, that my first thought is I would throw my coffee in the face of a child, a baby, no less.
It sounds like one of my intrusive thoughts.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, children getting hurt, though. There's nothing funnier. Yeah. But then again, a splash of warm coffee in the face to a child is not hurting it, is it?
No.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't have children and I'm not need any to experiment.
You don't have to have children to experiment on children.
I said I'm not near any to experiment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't have any that I can experiment on, and I'm not near any I can experiment on.
All right. I misheard. It was your accent. I thought you said you don't need any, but you said you're not near any. Got ya.
Not near.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very disappointed with Droppings Coffee. I'm calling them out. I won't be going back. I mean, I guess I could have turned around. I could have turned around and say, hey, can you make this warmer for me? You know, like a coffee temperature. That would make some sense, but I didn't. Anything else coffee talk wise was just my own fault, like picking up the wrong milk. So yeah, look, it's what I do. I pick up the milk and I look at it and it says a date on it and I check the ones behind it to see if there's any further along, so the milk lasts longer. And this one was, so I took it off the shelf. When I got to the checkout, it was the lactose-free one. So I was like, God fucking damn it. And I'd already started scanning my shit at the self-checkout. And it's like, well, I'm going to have to stop now and go back out the self-checkout way. Like we were talking with Nick. It's awkward because there's people lined up and you can't fucking get past them. So it's like, you can see I'm coming this way with my shopping cart. Just fucking move and let me out. Or let me back into the store. Because I can't walk out of the store with a trolley full of crap and then back in because it would look like I'm stealing it.
Oh, you don't just leave your shit there?
Gosh, no, I already had shopping from another grocery store. This was the second grocery store to get the stuff that the first grocery store didn't have. So, yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did it.
Because I was going to say, it's like, I would just leave my shit at the self-checkout and like, I'm just running to change something.
But it's also not the first time I've done shit like that. Like, grab the wrong thing after like getting the item behind it or whatever. Because the general rule for shopping is never take the one at the front, because the one at the front, other people have probably handled and stuff. You got to assume.
Yeah.
Or, well, you don't go, you still buy things at shops. Like you might buy a drink or something.
Generally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, maybe it's me. Maybe it's
I don't do grocery shopping, I think is the point. But yeah.
Yeah. But you go and you go and buy drinks throughout the day and stuff like that. Are you just grabbing the first one off the rack?
Usually with stuff like that, it's I'm looking for a cold drink. So if I pick up the first one at the front and it's not cold enough for my taste, I'll just keep grabbing the ones behind it until I feel one that's cold.
Now, when I think about that, it's all in the same fridge, and I don't think that different parts of the fridge are warmer than other parts. And the ones at the back are probably warmer because that's where they get stocked from, the back, from behind usually, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're thinking like...
Yeah, at a grocery, a supermarket. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll only do it if it's going to benefit you, not out of other people may have touched it. Never take the first one, never take the one at the front, and never take the last of an item. That's my general rules. Because it's last for a reason. Everyone else has left it there.
I just don't give a shit.
Do you know how much easier my life would be if I didn't give a shit?
Oh, I mean, there are plenty of things I give a shit about.
Oh, okay.
That's just not one of them.
Yeah, got ya.
I'm not saying it's the right things I give a shit about, but yeah.
Have you got any coffee talk?
No, I had a coffee on Wednesday because I had to go into the Glasgow office.
Oh, did you have an actual coffee?
Well, coffee by my standards, it was turmeric latte.
Is there coffee in a turmeric latte?
No.
Is there coffee in a chai latte?
No.
Okay. So yeah, it's like someone I know is like if they're having if they say I'm going to have a coffee and they get like a chai latte, it's just like the generic term, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like coffee. I know that when Penn has a turmeric latte, he gets a shot of decaf in it.
Yeah.
But I went the first time I got a turmeric latte was it Samba Latte, and I actually specifically said to them, "This does not contain coffee, does it?" And they went, "No, it's." And I was like, "Okay, good. That's what I want.
Turmeric.
I want no coffee."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what. I wonder if anyone near me sells a turmeric latte. I'd be interested to try it.
Black Sheep Coffee is the only place I've heard of here that does it.
Yeah.
And I was gobsmacked, but yeah, it's good.
It up.
Although Vicky did see it because it comes out and it's like mustard orange color, mustard yellow like thing. And I don't sit with the cap on the coffee because I don't like drinking through the little. I take the cap off and
really.
Drink.
That's one of my favorite parts of drinking coffee.
Oh no, I hate that little.
Wow.
Because I'm always terrified that it leaks from under the cap.
Oh, there is a lot of design and technology gone into coffee cup lids. They know what they're doing. Unless they're the 7-Eleven ones, they're not good.
But yeah, no, Vicky saw me drinking it the other, and she was like, "What is that?" It's like it's turmeric latte. She's like, "Ah!" And I'm like, I'll be honest, if before I had one, I made the same face, and then I tried it out of curiosity, and I'm never going back.
So does it just taste like turmeric? I can't even imagine. I don't even know what turmeric tastes like.
It tastes like a chai tea latte with a bit more of a kick.
Okay. Is turmeric spicy?
Yes.
Like
I don't know.
Hot
like
spicy
if you
or
gave me
spicy?
Probably spicy. Like if you gave me, you'd have to tell me what turmeric tastes like. In outside of that. Yeah,
that's what I don't know.
I know I've had it. I'm just like, I don't know.
I picture turmeric being in like a curry or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm talking myself out of having it, if I can even find it.
It's good. A+, right. Can recommend.
All right, look, for content, I will look for a turmeric latte. That's my pledge to you, dear cheese bags. I will hunt down a turmeric latte. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, it may not happen this month, because there's only a couple of days left in this month. But
maybe you should try the Penn's variant.
With
Penn's
a bit of
order.
Oh,
yeah.
Nah, I'll just get a small.
Penn takes it with coffee and an oat milk. Taylor takes it with almond milk.
Oh, so see, I'm thinking full fat milk is what I'm thinking personally.
Yeah.
A lot to think about turmeric lattes, isn't there? So many different variations, tweaks on the classic. Oh man, What do I do? I don't know.
I'm just happy because I know there's Black Sheep Coffee down in London, so I'm excited to go down there.
So will you be passing one when you go and see when you go to London again for the Penn and Teller shows?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I think there's one not too far from where I'm staying.
Is it a big chain, or is it just like there's like 4 or 5 of them?
It's a big chain. I mean, they've only just started getting them. There's only about 2 or 3 in Scotland. But so I hadn't heard of them until I started seeing like them pop up in Princes Street and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, there's hundreds. I was like,
wow,
what the fuck? But
trying to take on the Buckies, eh?
But on it, far superior
yeah,
to
that's not hard.
Starbucks. Yeah. But like even from a variety point of view, from food point of view, yeah.
You know,
I just really hope that they put one in the Edinburgh airport so that I can use that as my Vegas breakfast. Yeah.
I'm only calling it Bucky's now after listening to Random. But that confused me at first because Bucky's is like a gas station chain in America as well. You know, it's got with the beaver. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I was a bit confused until I realized Bucky's is short for Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yep. I was not quick on that uptake. I'm looking at our list of things that I've got written down, and we've already talked about the nanny.
But you've been a walking disaster. Tell me about you being a walking disaster.
I'm not ready to go into it, honestly.
You're not? Okay.
I'm not. Okay. So, mate, let's go something a little lighthearted first, hey? Because, dear cheesebags, it's time that we expand your knowledge base. That's right. It's time for Swearing Around the World with Hey Buddy Nice Podcast. I like this music so much. Are we calling it
Swearing Around the World, or are we calling it Words with Wayne?
I like Swearing Around the World. Because it reminds me
Swearing
of...
round Wayne's World.
No, that's one step too far. Oh, okay. I'm covering up the word. Oh, oops. I accidentally just... I've seen it now. But today's word comes from the nation of Belarus. Where is Belarus?
Ooh.
Do you know where Belarus is?
I don't know. I've heard of it, which is a new one.
Yeah. Do you know what the Belarus flag looks like? This could be the first time I've seen the Belarus flag. It's like red and green, like split in half, except down one side there's like a pattern. Like, look at that.
Oh.
See that?
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. This word has got it ends with an apostrophe. It's so the language is Belarusian or Belarusian. Belarusian. Its offensiveness is level 4. I guess I should say that 4 stars. I should say that just in case there's someone who speaks Belarusian and I offend them beforehand. So the word is BLIADZ apostrophe. So bliads, I don't know. How would you say that if it was not mirrored?
Blads.
Yep, that's what I reckon.
I don't know, yeah.
Blads. Yeah. Anyway, Blads is Belarusian for whore. Nice and simple. I don't know. See, look, I wouldn't give whore a 4 out of 5 star rating.
No, I think it's a good word. I
think whore
it does make me laugh.
Whore is like a 2 star rating, because a whore can have variants added to it, like dirty whore, and that ups it a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Goddamn whore. Whore bag. Whoremonger. Which always makes me laugh, because a fishmonger is someone who mongers fish, so a whoremonger must be someone who mongers whores.
I feel like, so essentially a pimp.
Yeah. What is it from?
I feel like it's...
You finish your thought while I try and remember what this is.
I feel like it's on the same level as slut.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that kind of... It's one of these insults that can be really, really, really funny. Like...
Yeah,
that's
it's...
just, that bit from The Office where they're like, I'm depressed. That's just another word for being sad, you ignorant slut. Dwight, you ignorant slut. That was it.
There's a show or a movie or a game where the person, instead of saying whore, was saying hooah the whole time. Hooah. Like, that almost sounds normal in the Scottish accent, I guess, but...
That's quite a Scottish thing.
Yeah, but I'll have to look it up.
Were you watching Trainspotting?
No, I don't even think I've seen Trainspotting, to be honest.
Have you not?
I don't know. There was a time when I was watching a lot of movies around the Fight Club era, and that would have been probably suggested to me by Shannon at the same time. So
it's a classic, and there's some good lines in it, but it's a very particular type of movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have seen it. I must have. You'd think? I would think. Yeah.
Robert Carlyle's great in it.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's whore in Belarusian. The music just cuts off. I should change that to fade. So no, I'm not going to. See, I would go into post-production and fade that out, but not this time. I'm just going to leave it cut off just so I make myself remember to have it fade out when I hit the button. Now, on the way there, like not even half, because it's a distance to get there. I was traveling, and I think it was the anxiety was making me feel nauseous. So I'm like, I think I'm going to have to pull over because I think I might be sick. So I find a park, like a sporting park, right? But it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So the facilities are not open, right? There is no public convenience for me to potentially be sick in. So I'm like, God damn it. And I see someone on the other side of the park. So I walk across there. They're locked as well, but they're next to like these big tree area. I'm like, I'll go into the trees, and if I'm sick, that's where I'm gonna be sick. And I look up because I hear this noise in the trees, and there's these giant black, like, parrots. I don't know what they are, but they're like native Australian birds. And one of them like screeches and then flies away. And then as I'm walking under the tree, one of these birds drops like this giant fucking, we call them gum nuts, onto my head. And like,
oh my God.
Yeah. They're big.
Oh, it's like coconut size.
No. They're I don't know what they are, but they're hefty. Like not gonna leave a bump, but like you feel it, and it's like, wow, I think I'm fine now. I don't think I'm gonna be sick because I've just been hit in the head by a fucking bird. Yeah,
that bird dropped that nut and said, "Pull yourself together."
Pretty much, like, get your shit together. You have to go to work. Go do it. So
stop being such a fucking drama queen.
More or less, yeah. The bird's like, you got shit going in on your head? Not anymore. No more thoughts for you. Kablam.
It was cousin Ronnie's birthday yesterday, and
happy birthday, cousin
we went
Ronnie.
round. Happy birthday, cousin Ronnie. We went round to his mum, my aunt's, for a barbecue.
Ooh.
And the baby cousins came round, and I am their entertainment because I'm a big kid. So they were like, "Oh, come and blow bubbles and stuff." I was like, "Okay, cool." So they had like these big bubble wand things.
Okay, yeah.
And the youngest was like, "I'm going to karate chop them." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then he's like, "Oh, give it to my brother." So okay, cool. So we gave it to the oldest, and I was like, "Look, I need to let you know that there's a very good chance that I might get too into this and like dive bomb the grass to get this." We were staying off my uncle's grass because he's very particular about his grass. He likes his grass neat and tidy, and we don't step on his grass. So I was like, "I'm warning you that this might happen, just in case. Don't worry about it." I didn't dive bomb the grass, but I did jump to get a bubble, and my phone fell out of my pocket.
Oh, did it?
And thankful, it's fine. The phone is fine.
Okay,
thankfully, but I still had the make your best stab and keep stabbing Taylor cover on it. Yep. And that is now at the point where it's got rough scratches on it.
Yeah.
Like sharp bits. So I was like, so I've switched over, and now I will commit crimes against art and God.
It's still a respectable phone cover.
Still a respectable phone cover, but I feel bad replacing Taylor.
Yeah.
My boy. So.
Then what?
Yeah,
Also,
they thought it was hilarious. Our other things to talk about are too long.
Yeah,
to
that's all it is. So you'll just have to wait until Friday, I guess, to listen to things like our regular segments, like art talk.
Yeah.
We got some license plates. That's all we've got queued up. But yeah. Anyway, if you do want to tell us your tales of woe. Why not write to us, admin@nicepodbud.com, or go to nicepodbud.com. There's a form on there where you can, send us an email, or you can reach out to us on social media @nicepodbud. You can talk to Brogan directly on social medias @7billionneedles.
And you can talk to Wayne directly @WayneGeo. But this is launching on Tuesday, which is the second last day of May. On Thursday, I will put the shop as live. Very, very limited stock because I haven't had the full stock delivery yet. But
how do you get to the shop? What is the URL? What's the URL?
7billionneedles.com.
Oh wow!
And it will. I took that. I took my commission form off that. My commission form is now goodenoughforpen.com.
And 7billionneedles.com is clearly, as everyone knows, the numeral 7 and the words billion and needles. It's not like
just copy and paste my Twitter handle, my Instagram handle, all of that.
It's not 700000000, is it? Needles.
The problem is, I mean, it could well be, but the problem is I can't remember how many zeros are meant to be in a billion, so that's why.
I just did 9. Yeah, I had to count them though.
1 million is 6. I know that. And I only know that because they mentioned it on the Nanny.
Hang on, you work with... This is things you should know.
No, I don't work with the numbers.
Okay, all right.
I suppose I do. But it's like, I don't have to remember it.
Yeah.
That's why calculators exist,
Valid
man.
point. Anyway, if you know how many zeros are in billion, write to us. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
And as always, stay fresh, cheese bags.